All right, guys, this is another CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I'm your host, Nick Qualia, sitting here with Marvin Zahn and Mike Molyneux. I mean, guys, the defense is freaking good. This defense is a damn wagon. But let's talk about what the defense is going to look like when they play some legitimate offenses. You know, they haven't played any good teams other than the Bills. I'll give the Bills, but they haven't played. They've played the Redskins. They've played the Jets. They've played the Dolphins. There's a reason why before the season people said the Patriots had ranked the easiest schedule in the NFL. But this defense, regardless, looks damn good. What do you guys think, though? Is the defense going to continue to dominate even once they get up and play teams like the Chiefs, like the Cowboys? Are they going to continue to look legitimately dominant, or are they going to take a step back, and are we going to see a defense that might not be as phenomenal, frankly, as what they have been? Marv, let's start with you.
What have we seen in the NFL this year that makes us think, oh my God, this team is going to crush the Patriots when they let's take away the schedule of the easy schedule that the Patriots have. Let's look at the other teams and how they played, specifically in the AFC. What have we seen from other teams and be like, oh my God, this team is really a step ahead of everybody else, and they're going to cause the Patriots defense trouble. Let's look at the Ravens. They have Lamar Jackson. Outside of Lamar Jackson, who really fears you on that team? Offensively, nobody. Kansas City, they've taken a step back. Yes, Patrick Mahomes is amazing. Him and Tyreek Hill, that connection is great. Outside of that, they have a bunch of nice little receivers and LaShawn McCoy, who's you never know whether he's going to be able to stay healthy. That doesn't fear me. This Patriots defense is legit, and I could easily say this is one of the best secondaries that I've ever seen. There's not one offense in the NFL that scares me that to the point where I say, "Oh my God, this quarterback is going to tear us apart," or this quarterback is really going to find a hole, or like Sam Darnold likes to say, find the weakness into this defense. It's just not going to happen. This defense is legit. The way they pass rush, the way they've been covering the wide receivers. You have the best cornerback. Devin McCourty seems like he's on another level this year. I like everything about this defense, and I don't see any offense really exposing this defense whatsoever. Are there going to be teams that finally, score a little more that probably have a better offensive line? Okay, yeah, sure. But I don't see this team being in many shootouts.
All right, guys, the football season is obviously back. We are now in the middle of the season, and you can get into the game with our exclusive sports betting partners, betonline.ag. Sign up today to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit and make your bets on your favorite professional or college team. Every spread, every total, every winner or loser, straight bet, parlay, or tease your way through the entire season. Is Patty Mahomes going to toss 56 touchdowns? Going to be pretty impressive if he does, now that he doesn't have a knee. Can the Pats go undefeated? Bet on all of this with the fastest odds, updates, and payouts with our new sports book partners, betonline.ag. Head over to betonline.ag or use your mobile device to join today and use promo code CLNS50 to receive your 50% welcome bonus. Get into all of the action today with betonline.ag, your online sports book experts. Mike, real quick, just reading off the Patriots' defensive stats right now, where they rank in the league. Number one in points, absurd. I was even shocked when I saw this number. First in the league, they give up 6.9 points per game. First overall in total yards, 223.1. Second in passing and running with 148.4 passing and 74.7 rushing. So, Mike, what do you think? Is this defense going to look as legit once they get to real offensive competition, as in the Cowboys, as in the Chiefs, whoever?
When the season started to, progress and go along, I think after each win, I just kept saying, they're getting their confidence up. They're beating these bad teams. They're getting their confidence up, and that's all you can really ask for. Dominate bad teams. We're headed to what? Week 8? I can't use that, I can't use that line anymore because, yeah, they've beaten bad teams and they've continued to build confidence. But if you have the confidence, if there's any worry about their confidence about how good the defense is, it's solidified in my opinion because they've been so dominant consistently week after week.
Yeah.
And halfway through the season, and you've been this dominant, I don't think you can keep using the narrative of they just keep beating bad teams. They just keep beating bad teams. They've consistently shut teams down and blown them and held them to low scoring games consistently regardless of who they face. The fact that they've done it for 7 straight weeks says enough right there. I have zero fear when I look at the upcoming opponents. Will the Chiefs and Ravens and Cowboys get a touchdown here? Possibly, yeah. But I think for the most part, we're not going to watch a team that just comes in and say, oh, this is too much for the Patriots to handle. They can't, because the confidence that they built, the domination that they showed, I think will carry them into those matchups against those teams where they're riding high and they're ready to continue to do what they've done consistently throughout the first half of the season. I don't really see, I'm telling you, I've been trying to tell Marv on this post-game show over and over again, I don't see any team left on the schedule posing a serious threat. And when I say undefeated, I mean it. This team has a possibility to go undefeated because, hey, Marv just said it himself. We're saying Marv just said this is possibly the best secondary he's ever seen. We know what the guys, the boogeymen and Collins and Hightower and Van Noy are doing up front. This defense is something to be reckoned with. On top of the fact that Brady and the offense are getting done, the defense can, if necessary, win them games. So I'm going to say it again. Don't rule out undefeated.
Mind you, Nick, he's been saying this since week 2. So, of course, I had to tell him I don't want to hear it.
But what happens when I say it now?
But what did I tell you in week 2? Tell me in week 8.
Okay, what do you say now?
I said it's possible.
We're heading to week 8.
Yeah,
we're heading to week 8.
Now I can entertain the conversation.
Okay.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it in September.
I mean, this is absurd, though, right? I mean, like, Mike, you're listing off teams. You're like, yeah, they might score, and like these are solid offensive teams. Yeah, they could score a touchdown, maybe 2 touchdowns. Like these are some solid damn offensive teams that you're talking about here. And I'm at the point now that it does not matter that they're playing bad teams. Even when you're playing bad teams, you slip up here and there. But from what we've seen in every aspect of the defense, they are just deep and they're great. The pass rush, the run defense, the defensive backs. I mean, I was a huge fan of J.C. Jackson last year. I love what I'm seeing out of J.C. Jackson this year. Just they're airtight in every aspect. And again, just because they're playing bad teams, you still have to shut those bad teams down. They have shut out now 2 teams this year. The most points they've given up is 14 in a game, and I think that only happened 2 times. So
to shut out an NFL team, I don't care who it is. That's very hard. And to do it to 2 teams, come on now.
And when you look at the other offensive juggernauts, I'm going to use that term loosely. The Chiefs, who knows what they're going to end up looking like in Dallas and Baltimore. I just don't. Mike, I'm in the same boat as you. I don't look at these teams and be like, that's a team that can tune up this defense. I'm looking at this Patriots defense just at the head of it. Plus with the boogeyman, but Stephon Gilmore, this guy playing out of his ass.
The McCourty,
he's an absolute. And the McCourty brothers, just, I mean, you could legitimately name almost everybody on this defense, maybe besides Michael Bennett, and be like, they are rolling. This defense might be one of the best defenses of the decade. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
They've been unreal. They've been unreal. All right, guys, this was another CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I'm your host, Nick Qualia, Marvazan, and Mike Molyneux. Guys, don't forget, after every single Patriots game, every single one, watch the CLNS Media live post-game show with Mike and Marv. Guys, we're going to be back next week with more topics. I mean, we're still rattled here from the Josh Gordon news, so maybe some more things. Maybe some more news is going to develop. We don't know. Maybe they're going to bring in somebody else next week to fulfill or to fill that hole that's been left on the roster with the departure of Josh Gordon, because I still have a depth issue there. But we'll be back with more news next week, more topics to talk about. Again, Nick Qualia, Marvazan, and Mike Molyneux. We will be back again next week, guys. Thank you for watching.